So today in class we started completing the square. What this is the next step in solving a quadratic. So solving for x, I'll put that in brackets. When you can't factor. So what we have is we have an example right here. I'm going to move this up a bit over here. Erase this funny looking stuff here. So we have a quadratic of x squared plus 4x minus 7 equal to 0. There aren't two numbers that I can multiply together that'll give me negative 7 and add together and give me 4. So our goal is to find a way to solve for x. So what we do is we complete the square. Now what that means when it says the square, we want to find something that we can convert to the form of x squared plus 2bx plus b squared. Okay, so our goal is to find out what we can use as b. To solve for that, and we'll work through this over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 7 to both sides. So I have x squared plus 4x equals 7. Now to complete the square, I need to figure out something to go here. Now, when I mean the square, I want a perfect square trinomial, something that's going to be of the form x squared plus 2x plus 1, because that equals x plus 1 squared, or x squared plus 6x plus 9. That is x plus 3 squared. Perfect square trinomials. So, how can I do that? This is my 2b. So 2b equals 4. b equals 2. I divide it by 2. So b squared will equal 4. b squared is the third term. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So what that now gives me is x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 11. Now, this is not an easy task to follow. What I have here is a perfect square trinomial that factors to give me x plus 2 squared. And that's going to equal 11. The only reason I'm doing this is because now I've gotten rid of, I can't factor it, so I've got to do something to try and factor it. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. And that gives me x plus 2 equals the square root of 11, plus or minus the square root of 11. Subtract 2 from both sides, and you get x equals plus or minus the square root of 11 minus 2. And you're done. That's it. There are my two solutions, either positive square root of 11 minus 2 or negative square root of 11 minus 2. Quickly, we'll try a couple more examples. This video is going to get a little long. I'm in the form like this. If I were to bring that 13 over, it won't work. I'm going to have negative 13. Normally I would go, okay, x squared minus 6x minus 13 equals 0. Product and sum, negative 13. Well, it can't work. The only factors are 13 and 1. So I'm going to leave the 13 over there. I'm going to give myself a little bit more space. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take negative 6 and divide it by 2. And it gives me negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. So we're going to add 9 to both sides. That now gives me x minus 3 squared equals 22. because this is a perfect square trinomial now. What do I do next? Take the square root of both sides, gives me x minus 3 equals the square root of 22 plus or minus, add 3x equals plus or minus square root 22 plus 3. Done. They've been pretty easy, so we're going to step it up one little bit, and I'll get it back. Where'd it go? Here it is. Here, when I look at my x squared plus 2bx plus c equals 0, my 2b is equal to 5, so b equals 5 over 2. So b squared is going to equal 25 over 4. Now we're getting into some ugly fractions. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 2. So I get x squared plus 5x equals negative 2. I'm going to add 25 over 4. So I have to add 25 over 4. Now I'm going to be of the form. Remember, your b is 5 over 2. So x plus 5 over 2 squared equals 17 over 4. Square root both sides, x plus 5 over 2 equals the square root of 17 over 4. And I'll finish in a second. So, finishing where we're at, we've taken the square root here, and that's going to be x plus 5 over 2 equals square root of 17 over 2, because square root of 4 is equal to 2, so I can simplify that much. Now I got to get x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 5 over 2. So that equals, sorry, and I still have the plus or minus, I keep forgetting those all the time. Plus or minus square root of 17 over 2 minus 5 over 2. I have a common denominator, gotta love it. X equals plus or minus square root of 17 minus 5 over 2. These problems are not easy. If you have questions, come and see me, and we'll be able to get it figured out.